start of part two. In part two, I will talk about how to drill these holes into the bowl while it's mounted on the lathe. I have a little rig that I put together to do that. I will show how to drill these holes into segments to make rings, and I will show the method for doing these semicircles, which were done on a lathe. Not a lathe, they were done on a router. So I did make a guide to cut both the insert into the canary wood and the circle in the Purple Heart, and I'll show how that was done. This took me a little bit longer to do this bowl than I anticipated, partly because I had to develop techniques for doing this in the feature ring, the arc, the semicircle, the drilling the holes here in the top, drilling the holes in the segment. All of those techniques took time for me to develop. I am not going to claim that they are an optimal technique because I've only done it once, but it is a technique that worked for me, and hopefully it'll be a technique that you can use as well. So this is a jig I made from an assortment of parts. So this is a drill guide that came from Lee Valley Tools, and this is a piece of plywood that I put on. This part here came from I borrowed it from my ring stabilizer. That's a Penn State ring stabilizer that isn't very expensive either, but that's more expensive than this. And I adjust it by loosening this and moving it this way to get the bit where I want. I'm trying for an angle that's pretty close to the angle of the bowl so the circles stay round. But that's it. That's how I'm drilling the holes. Okay, that's a wrap for part two. Hopefully you found that useful. And again, I'm not claiming these are optimal methods. So if you have a better method, please share it. I'd love to see it. Thanks.